Good morning. It's Monday, December 13th. We're bringing you the latest news making headlines to help your day get started. Prices at the pump are starting to trend downward. Economic forecasters think those numbers could keep going down through the holidays and actually into the new year. CBS 46's Rebecca Schramm is live in Cobb County with more. She starts our coverage in today's Morning News Rewind.
You know, Georgia is in a better position than many states. I'm off Windy Hill Road, where right now we are seeing $2.96 a gallon here at this particular location. Economic forecasters think that the numbers could keep going down through the holidays. With more holiday travel around the corner, relief at the pump can't come soon enough.
You know, for anybody that's having to travel this time of the year with holiday season, trying to see family and things of that nature, it makes it much harder on everybody.
According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, fuel prices were up 58% from November of 2020 to November of 2021. Hotel rates are up more than 25%, and car rental rates up 37%. For fuel, AAA reports the average price last year was $2.16 for a gallon of regular. A month ago, the national average was $3.41, but lately, prices are trending down slightly. Last week, $3.35 a gallon, and right now, $3.32. Now, the short-term energy outlook from the U.S. Energy Information Administration forecasts prices could continue to fall into next year. Customers hope that's the case.
Well, I'm looking forward to it. I want to see it. I didn't see it today, just a minute ago.
And you're taking a live look at this map from AAA. The states in red have the highest prices at the pump right now. The dark blue, lowest prices. You can see Georgia right here has kind of a light blue shade, so it's somewhere in the middle. And just to give you this little bit of information, the state with the lowest price at the pump right now, Oklahoma. The highest prices, California, $4.67 a gallon. We're live in Cobb County. Rebecca Schramm, CBS 46 News.
It's still not clear how many people were killed when those tornadoes caused unimaginable damage in 6 states over the weekend.
Officials are hoping the uncertainty means a lower death toll. Laura Podesta reports from Mayfield, Kentucky.
The total damage inflicted by Friday's tornado outbreak is still unknown.
It looks like a war. It just looks like bombs went off.
Twisters touched down in 6 Midwestern states Friday night. The most severe damage was in Kentucky, where at least 4 tornadoes left a trail of wreckage more than 200 miles long.
Where all this rubble is a dining room.
I heard it go through. It was awful. I've never been through anything like that in my life.
Officials are struggling to determine how many people were killed and how many are missing.
I am praying that maybe original estimates of those we've lost were wrong. If so, it's going to be pretty wonderful. But it's way too early.
Here in downtown Mayfield, Kentucky, a thriving business district has been decimated. This office building unrecognizable except for a lone bookcase still standing. Throughout Kentucky, it was initially feared the death toll would exceed 100. Last night, Governor Andy Beshear said at least 50 people had died.
But I think it's going to be significantly worse than that. Remember, we're still finding bodies.
The search and rescue operation has been hampered by power and cell phone outages.
You look around and you have so many people saying, how can we help? But it's almost like, where do you begin?
At least 14 deaths have been confirmed in other states, including 6 at an Amazon building in Illinois. Laura Podesta, CBS News, Mayfield, Kentucky.
Climate experts have long said storms are becoming more devastating because of climate change. Over the weekend, a FEMA administrator also blamed climate change.
This is going to be our new normal, and the effects that we're seeing from climate change are the crisis of our generation. We're taking a lot of efforts at FEMA to work with communities to help reduce the impacts that we're seeing from these severe weather events and help to develop system-wide projects that can help protect communities.
President Joe Biden says it's too early to determine the specific impact of climate change on the recent storms. He is asking the EPA to investigate.
CBS 46 is teaming up with the Salvation Army to help those affected by the tornado. So if you'd like to help out, text HL Tornado to 51555 to help support relief efforts Any money donated goes directly to relief operations.
Meanwhile, here at home, local emergency crews are on the ready to jump into action to help people in tornado-ravaged areas.
Our Brooks Baptiste is joining us in studio. He's been tracking the latest search efforts from overnight and how people at home can help the victims this morning. Brooks, good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning to you guys, because as you can imagine, there's just so many lives that have been affected between the families and the victims themselves. But we have confirmed that FEMA here in Atlanta is one of 8 distribution centers providing resources like blankets, emergency meals, bottled water, and generators. And we're actually going to be touring the inside of that facility in just a couple of hours from now. Meanwhile, in Illinois, crews are searching the rubble of a collapsed Amazon facility that killed 6 people and trapped dozens of workers. And officials say they don't expect to find any additional survivors. Authorities said they didn't have a full count of employees because the tornado struck during a shift change, and there are several part-time employees on staff there.
We're working really hard to support the families of the loved ones who were lost as well as our employees. But we'll be reaching out to them. It's really important to us that we take care of them. They are a part of the Amazon family.
Just a tragic situation all around. So I know the big question this morning is, how can you help? And this is how you can do it. CBS 46 is teaming up with the Salvation Army to help those affected by those tornadoes. All you have to do is text HL Tornado to 51555, this number you see right here on the screen. And that's how you'll be able to help support relief efforts. And any money that is donated, it goes directly to relief operations. We'll continue to track any new developments in the search efforts this morning.
Starting today, Pfizer booster shots are now available for 16 and 17-year-olds. Earlier this month, the FDA approved expanding eligibility to teenagers after they got their first 2 doses. To find a location to get a booster shot, go to CBS46.com. And new research shows a significant increase in protection against coronavirus following a booster shot. Now, Pfizer CEO says a 4th shot will likely be necessary down the road, but some experts have said that COVID vaccines will probably eventually turn into an annual recommendation, pretty much like the flu vaccine. And Georgia hospitals are seeing a rise in COVID inpatients for the first time in 3 weeks. That number jumped above 6%. Currently, ICU beds across the state are at 80% capacity.
Today, the masks go back on in New York. Governor Kathy Hochul is bringing the requirement back due to fears of a winter surge. New Yorkers will be required to wear masks in all indoor public spaces unless businesses have a vaccine requirement. Anyone who violates could face fines of up to $1,000. The new mask mandate will remain in effect until at least January 15th.
Now at 6:45, we're keeping an eye on today with the stories you need to know.
7 people have died after several buildings collapsed in southern Italy. Rescuers and workers are in Sicily They recovered 4 bodies in the rubble of buildings that collapsed after a gas leak explosion. Volunteers are digging with their bare hands to search for 2 more people who investigators say are still buried in a pile of collapsed concrete and metal. More than 50 people lost their homes in the explosion.
1 person is dead and 13 others are hurt after a drive-by shooting at a candlelight vigil in Texas. Investigators say 50 people were gathered for a celebration of life just west of Houston when somebody opened fire. One of the injured is a young child.
Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi isn't going anywhere anytime soon. Sources close to Pelosi say the 81-year-old will stay put through the midterm elections. That would extend her nearly 2-decade role as the top Democrat in the House. There are also reports among insiders that Pelosi may consider keeping her leadership role after 2022.
Author Anne Rice, who wrote the bestseller Interview with a Vampire, has died. Her son said she died Saturday after suffering complications from a stroke. Interview with a Vampire was published in 1976. It was Rice's first novel and a huge success. The book was later made into a feature film starring Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt. Anne Rice was 80.
Second down and 4. It's Patterson into the end zone.
That's right, end zone, baby. The Atlanta Falcons got the job done. The Birds beat the North Carolina Panthers. Several turnovers is what led to the Panthers' downfall. We'll take it, though. The final score, 29-21.
And you remember the CEO who made headlines after that mass firing? Well, the CEO of Better.com is taking some time off after that layoff controversy at the company. Vishal Garg's leave is effective immediately. The company's board's bringing in an outside firm to take a look at the culture and the leadership at the online mortgage company. Last week, Garg fired 900 employees in a Zoom call before issuing a public apology.
Wow. Well, let's get to more holiday style news. Children throughout Fulton County are enjoying Christmas gifts from some unexpected helpers stepping up and stepping in to help out Santa.
CBS 46's Savannah Louie tells us about the county's Shop with a Sheriff event.
Thanks for the invitation. Sometimes the best gift is giving someone a reason to smile.
So it's pretty exciting for all of our deputies to really interact with the community and give back. And what better time during the holiday season?
More than 100 happy kids loaded carts with clothes and toys from Walmart, thanks to the Fulton County Sheriff, Pat Labatt.
We want to brighten their future, brighten what appears to be a rainy day, and we're bringing some sunshine.
It's the first Shop with the Sheriff event, but deputies say not the last.
So everybody has a little something for the holidays.
As these efforts are part of a greater gift to the community.
One of the things that we've been focusing on over the year is rebuilding the connection between our community and law enforcement.
All right, that was Savannah Louie reporting. That's the good stuff.
That is.
That is the good stuff during the holidays.
It
we
is
love
indeed.
that.
Thanks for watching CBS 46 News. Watch us live wherever you are, our mobile and our streaming news app. You can also watch us on Roku, Apple TV, and Fire TV.